We're going to move on to our next subject of the night. And this is another show that they're talking about a movie, Workaholics. Now, Workaholics, they were about to start shooting. They're about to start shooting. And all of a sudden, Paramount Plus, they pulled the plug. They said, nope, we're not doing this, which I can only imagine this. They were like 3 weeks out. And then they're like, no, we're not going to make your movie now, which is very unfortunate for them. And this came out, and fans of the show too, but this came out when Adam Devine, right? That's how I say his name. When he came out and made this statement about the project.
Well, Paramount Plus decided to cancel the Workaholics movie. Obviously, the news is the loosest butthole. We were supposed to begin filming in 5 weeks. Paramount Plus told us we don't fit their new global strategy. We are deeply butthurt about this decision because we were so excited to bring the weird one last time.
Yeah, it was 5 weeks. 5 weeks before filming was slated to begin. And they said, yeah, it didn't fit their it didn't fit their new slate, what they're going with the program, which is happening. A lot of these streaming networks have changed a lot, and they've been kind of trying to restructure things. So I guess they didn't think it would fit. I mean, Workaholics was a funny show. I saw multiple episodes. I wasn't like tune in every week kind of guy, but when I watched something, I laugh. These guys were really hilarious. It reminded me of South Park, but in like, it was like South Park, but in an actual like workforce, as opposed to being kids. And it kind of had that kind of humor. It was funny. It was great. These guys went on to bigger and bigger things, especially Adam. Sabrina, you hear this? You ever watch the show, for one thing? And for two, are you excited about the movie opportunity? Again, it's one of those things too. It's a TV show into a movie, kind of theme right here. So who knows how good it'll be? Can they recreate the magic? What do you think about Workaholics coming back as a movie?
Same thing. I think it's just, if you want to keep going, just keep going with the TV show. I don't know why, like 5 years later, everyone gets nostalgic and they're like, oh, we're going to come back and make a movie. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. They should have just kept going and made more episodes of the series. I think they are all funny independently and together. I think they're all friends. So I think that the chemistry would absolutely be there. It's just, plot line and all that. I mean, honestly, it's rough to do a movie from a TV show and then have it be successful, in my personal opinion, So I'm not saying, it sucks. You think you have a job and then 5 weeks before they pull the plug. That's really awful, for everyone involved, everyone who thought that they were going to be working on this. So that is terrible. But I guess I kind of understand where, Paramount Plus is coming from. It's like, I feel like this is happening a lot, with a lot of networks, and like, the whole restructuring of the DC universe. And, like there's a lot of like that Batgirl thing that they pulled. Who did that? Was that Warner Brothers? Who decided they weren't going to do Batman?
That was Warner Brothers. Yeah, that was Warner Brothers.
Yeah. And like, so now Paramount Plus is doing it with this. And like, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like everyone is kind of restructuring now that like numbers are kind of getting back to pre-COVID ranges. They're changing their whole approach, and so I feel like this is happening a lot, and it's unfortunate for everyone that was, going to work on it. I feel bad I know it's like to think you're working on a job and then have it go away. So.
And these people were probably they had to be crewing up already at this point. It's pretty late in the game. And so you had producers already involved, you had ADs involved, they're probably crewing up. You probably had casting was already moving forward quite a bit. So a lot of people are just like done, but they're saying, Adam's still saying they're shopping around. Hopefully somebody else will pick it up and take it and run with it, a different platform, which happens all the time in this town. If one place passes on it, somebody else might just pick it right up. So there is an opportunity that this movie still is happening. It's not done. It's not canceled by any means right now, but it's a lot further away than it used to be because they had the green light. They're ready to rock and roll. And now all of a sudden they're like, everybody take a step back, chill out. It's not happening right now.
Think about all those people who thought they had work and turned down other jobs, and then now they don't have a job. Like, that's awful.
Yeah. Which happens a lot in this town too. And it's very unfortunate they do that. I don't think that's right that a studio should be able to do that either. And they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Or they just cancel TV shows right up. You're filming and here's something that people, if you don't work in the entertainment industry, you don't know. They'll be shooting, or you've heard like, oh, I thought there's supposed to be like 12 episodes or 21 episodes. And like, it's only 8. Why is it only 8? Because a lot of times they'll start putting stuff out there. And if it's not, especially on regular TV, if it's not doing well in the numbers, they'll be shooting while it's airing and they'll cut episodes. Like, we're done. we're not doing it. Or they'll be watching dailies back, they'll watch a few episodes too, and the producers or the studio will be like, we don't like this, stop giving them money, shut it down. I worked on a show called Wicked City. And on Wicked City, I remember we were shooting, supposed to be like 11 episodes. I think it ended up being like 8. But we were shooting episode 8, and I was actually up for a role in episode 9. I was really excited. And then we were shooting 8, and all of a sudden we saw online saying, oh, well, Wicked City's done. It's going to be canceled. And everyone's like, what? Because we didn't hear that. We're working on this show every day. Next day, the producers came in and said, hey, don't listen to that. You know, there's some stuff in like the Hollywood Reporter. There's stuff out there that's not true. Honestly, you have your job until after. This was like in November, and we're supposed to go until after the holidays. Like, you're good through the holidays. You're going to have a job coming back January 1st for a couple weeks. And then, you know, so you have that guaranteed work. Don't worry about it. The next day, they pulled the plug. And this whole speech pulled the plug. And they said, oh, we're wrapping this episode up now. We're taking a day off, give the writer a day to just pretty much tweak this script. And then we're going to shoot 3 more days to wrap everything up and be done with it. And that was it. Wicked City got canceled just like that. So that stuff happens all the time. And this, you know, there's some great people behind it, so it still has opportunity. Hopefully they're able to come back for everybody that was involved already, that thought they had jobs or were guaranteed because this production was supposed to happen. Hopefully it still happens for them, because, you know, it's one of those times where we need to work more than ever. We went through a lot 2020. You know, it's time for this to keep going forward, not backward. But unfortunately, this is what happens in this business. So if these people lost their jobs, it's just part of the entertainment industry, unfortunately. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. We'll keep you posted. Hopefully it finds a home. You know, even though I never really was a huge fan, I thought it was funny. I thought they did a good job with it. I think those 3 together are really great. So hopefully they get a chance to do it again for the fans, for themselves. And hopefully there's a point. You know, why are we doing a movie? Like Sabrina said, hopefully there's a point that they missed out on the show to do now for a movie, as opposed to just doing a movie for shits and giggles, because, well, then maybe it won't happen. But anyways, let us know what you think. And we're going to move on because we got a lot to talk about tonight. So I just want to keep the ball rolling as we keep going.